So I've learned that starting hot doesn't actually mean that you're on the right path. Now, how might I know this, you might ask? Well, my freshman year in college, everything clicked. Grades were up, confidence was high, but every year after that, I got worse. And it wasn't because I lost talent per se, it was because I stopped developing the right habits, which honestly ties in perfectly with the two men that I'm about to talk about today. Ben Simmons, CJ Stroud, two athletes following similar career paths, both starting off strong as rookies, and both chasing that rookie success ever since. What's good, YouTube? It's Dre, and today I gotta give my thoughts on why CJ Stroud appears to be going down a similar path to Ben Simmons, and also why there might be a chance at redemption. Also, if you're new to this channel, I usually give my thoughts on anything and everything in the world of the NBA, the NFL, and sometimes the WWE. So if that's your vibe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell, as it really does help this channel grow. Now, without further ado, let's get back to the video. So let's start by taking a look at Ben Simmons. If you're an NBA fan, you know all about Ben Simmons, right? But in case you don't know, here's an overview. The man that came into the league with a lot of hype and a lack of a jump shot. The supposed heir to the throne of King James. And things would actually start really good during his non-rookie season, as he won Rookie of the Year, made the All-Rookie First Team, and helped lead the Philadelphia 76ers to the playoffs. I mean, the hype was unreal. It even had Colin Cowherd saying this outlandish take.
Hey LeBron, Ben Simmons is here. We're all good.
But it's what happened after this rookie year that's truly fascinating. See, the general consensus around this rookie season was that this was just the beginning. What we didn't know was that this would be the peak. You remember that lack of a jump shot? Well, that would come into play time and time again, as the Sixers would come up short again and again in the playoffs, failing to reach the conference finals at least once. You see, not having a jump shot is not too much of an issue as a rookie. Not everybody comes into the league shooting like Steph. The problem arises when you don't put in the work to develop and adjust your game. I mean, we kept seeing those off-season workout videos, but it never truly translated onto the court. And it all culminated in the one infamous moment, the 2021 playoffs, Game 7, where Ben Simmons passed up this wide open dunk, which was a key moment in this game, which the 76ers eventually lost, which of course meant that they were eliminated from the playoffs. And see, this moment did irreparable damage to the mental state of Ben Simmons. Whether he wants to admit it or not, this was the moment that changed his career. Have any of y'all ever had that moment where you screwed up real bad, or maybe you embarrassed yourself, maybe you messed up with a family member, or you're in a relationship, or in public, and that embarrassment, that failure just sends you into a mental tailspin? That's what seemed to happen with Ben Simmons. He made a big mistake on a big stage in front of millions of people. Fans are trashing him, teammates are throwing him under the bus. I get it. It takes time to get over something like that, but it's about how you respond. And unfortunately with Ben, he folded under the pressure and he was never able to truly recover. And now, at the age of 29, Ben Simmons finds himself out of the NBA and his career appears to be over. A once promising prospect coming in with all of that hype and all of that early success is now making fishing videos on Instagram. And honestly, he seems at peace. So more power to him. Now, before people hear this and think I'm saying CJ Stroud is Ben Simmons, that's not the point at all. See, the point is about the moment they're in. Ben Simmons failed here. CJ Stroud is here right now. But before I dive into the moment, I gotta take y'all back to the beginning. Now, just like Ben Simmons, CJ Stroud was a high draft pick. And yes, he didn't come in with the hype that Ben Simmons did, but he was supposed to be the future of the Houston Texans. And as a rookie, he looked well on his way, posting some insane numbers, over 4,000 yards, a stellar touchdown to INT ratio, finishing with 23 touchdowns and only 5 interceptions, and a ridiculous 100.8 passer rating. And also, just like Ben Simmons, CJ Stroud led his team to the playoffs in his rookie year. So you've heard this all before. Coming in as a high draft pick, having a great rookie season, leading your team to the playoffs, even winning a playoff game. So I guess we all know what happens next. CJ Stroud began to regress, with his passing yards decreasing to a little over 3,700 in his sophomore season and going all the way down to 3,041 yards this past season. His touchdowns have gone down as well, throwing for 20 touchdowns in 2024 and 19 touchdowns in 2025. He's also started to turn the ball over more, going from 5 interceptions in 2023 his rookie season, going up to 12 in his sophomore season, and now 8 this past year. And of course, we got to talk about what happened this past playoffs. As even in a win versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, CJ Stroud struggled, as although he threw for 250 yards, he threw for 1 touchdown and 1 interception, and also fumbled the ball 5 times. The Texans won that game on the backs of their defense. And then to follow that up in the divisional round against the Patriots, he went out there and had a first half meltdown, throwing 4 picks in the first half, taking his team out of the game. And by the time he turned it around a bit in the second half, it was already too late. So CJ Stroud is having his Ben Simmons moment. He underperformed in a crucial playoff game, and now the media and his own fans are at his head. And you can look at these stats and this playoff performance recently and wonder, what the hell happened? What happened to the rookie version of CJ Stroud? I even put out a tweet during the game asking, did CJ Stroud forget how to play quarterback? I've seen conversation on the internet that it all went downhill after that Caleb Williams moment, or maybe it had to do with him changing offensive coordinators. Who knows? The fact remains though, CJ Stroud is clearly not the same player. Now you remember that story that I told at the beginning of this video, the one about me starting off strong in college and then regressing over time? Well, there is some redemption here, as I did take some time off, went back to school, changed majors, developed better habits, was consistent, and I flourished, and I ended up getting my degree. Why did I bring this up? Because CJ Stroud is at that moment right now, where he can choose to fold under the pressure or make the proper changes to bounce back and excel moving forward. You see, we all go through things in life. We all have our ups and downs, and those downs are supposed to be lessons that we learn from. And when it comes to CJ, he's not some over-the-hill vet. He only completed 3 years in the league. He's still young, which gives me hope that he has time to turn it around. It's time for him to put his head down and put in the work, starting with taking better care of the football. And that's the key difference here. With Ben, it seemed like he let that one moment control his whole life going forward. Whether it was in Philly, or after he got traded to Brooklyn, or when he ended up in LA, it seemed like he just never could get past that moment. He stopped aggressively taking it to the rim, he lost all his confidence, and he just became a shell of himself. Once regarded as the next LeBron, he was reduced to nothing more than a footnote, a role player. And although the start to CJ Stroud's career has definitely had its similarities, I have more faith that he'll be able to turn it around, especially because he's early in his career. So I really want to ask y'all, do you see the similarities between these two careers? Do you agree that CJ Stroud is going down the Ben Simmons path? Do you have hope that CJ Stroud would turn it around? What do you believe is the biggest reason for his regression in the first place? Also, let me know about a time in your life that you can relate to what I talked about when I talked about my college career. And if you've enjoyed this video and made it this far, go ahead and give us a like and subscribe for more, as it will help this channel grow. Also, if this comparison type of video is your thing, go ahead and click the video on your left where I do a full breakdown on why Mike Tomlin might just be the Doc Rivers of the NFL. Or maybe you want to see why the Jets have stressed me the hell out for the past 15 years. If that's the case, click the video on your right. But yeah, I'm curious to see y'all thoughts in the comments. Thank you for hanging with me today. It's Dre, and these have been my thoughts. Until next time.